Welcome to Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for leaders, entrepreneurs, men and women. Present to you where you receive the essentials and smart skills of the strenuous life. Here's your host, J.R. Hendrick. Ain't y'all tired of hearing me speak yet? Today I want to talk to you about one final thing. Now, a lot of these episodes have been based on Foundations of Success. It's a series for Empower Your Pattern. Had no idea that was going to be mine when I came up with this series. Sorry, Timmy. Also, from the Strenuous Freedom, we're going to talk about something that's very important. Take empathy. You know this crazy reactive culture, you know how crazy they are. They like to look down at brighten something, how positive thinking's ruining America. Well, if you don't like what we're doing to America, why don't you just get out and leave? These reactive people who want to label people, why don't just get out and leave? Because there's a better skill. Why can't we have some empathy? Why can't we take some empathy? There's people out there that are hurting. And they're needing to receive some good news. Some positive truth. I've talked about this. There's people that secretly are deeply hurting. The strenuous life isn't easy. And I think it's a three-pronged test. Are you reading, of course? I assume some of you do your best to read a book a day. Part of a book a day. And at least try to exercise instead of sitting there going, look at how fat I am. But more than that, let's think about doing a good deed. Blessing the lives of those around us. Part of doing a good deed is having empathy for people. Loneliness is a hard thing that's hard to accept. And there's a lot of confusion behind loneliness and how to approach it. They want people to connect to them. It's easy to just say a pat answer and say, hey, you'll be alright. But preactively and proactively using a bright-sided empathy to alleviate suffering is a good idea. Now, this reactive culture has a problem with that. This reactive culture has a problem with that, and really, I gotta be honest with you, when they're acting like that, when they're thinking like that, that gets on my nerves. Okay? It's easy to say, oh, these people, they keep telling you, oh, it'll be alright. People like that ruin the country. If you don't like what we do in this country, that's positive, leave. Leave. There's hurting people out there. And that's why I think it's important that the disciples of Christ go out there and bless the lives of people.
Take care of her.
So there we go. complete and total idiocy. There's people out there hurting. There's people out there secretly hurting. How do I know that? I know. Because I was one of them. And at times I am one of them. In this comparing bright siding and making it one and the same with gaslighting, give me a break. How many of y'all live here in Texas where they say bullcorn? Come on, we ain't dumb. We ain't dumb. And this mind-numbing crap, what does it do? It hurts people. People are hurting out there. And we don't need to be playing around and farting around anymore on this. Didn't mean to use a little humor, but at the same time, have to use a little humor at this crazy reactive culture. Because I'm going to tell you something. To give people empathy and do some good deeds for them, there is a better way. Now listen to me, old JR gonna lay down the law here. Are you gonna listen to some journalists and some psychologists trying to label positive thinking as things that's gonna ruin this country? Man, it's idiotic. Now at the same time, I'm a realist. I don't go up there saying, you know, as a positive person, there's no screwworm on my herd. There's no screwworm on my herd. When there's obviously screwworm on my herd. Yeah, I know I'm sounding crazy, but in a way it's true. Being a realist. But that doesn't mean finding somebody that's suffering and just say, snap out of it. Wake up and grow up. That's the easy way out. That's ignoble ease. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop it. Stop treating people like crap. Have some empathy, for heaven's sake. Have some empathy. You know, stuff like that's going to drive me crazy. Listen to me. I know what I said earlier, it has a bit of humor. And sometimes I use humor to drive down a point, but hey, talking down to someone who's speaking positive and speaking life into someone that's hurting out of empathy, talking down stuff like that is what makes my blood boil. I'm going to bring up a point. I'm going to bring up you. Come up here. What's your name? Levi Blaine, sir. What's your occupation? I'm a journalist. What do you believe about positive thinking, those who are suffering? There's a better way to alleviate suffering. You gonna act stupid? Well, sir? I said, are you gonna act stupid? No, sir, of course not. I don't believe a word you're saying. I don't think this audience does either, do y'all? I didn't think so. Your reactive negative, look at you, that smirk on that reactive negative face on yours telling there's a better way of alleviating suffering besides telling people that it's going to be alright. Because that's the same thing as gaslighting and terrorizing people. Go sit down. I'm surprised you're even here. I speak the truth. Now, I know that sounds kind of heartless. But in a way, it just is what it is. Too many people aren't facing the reality that there's hurting people and that we need to give them empathy, okay? That's the way it is. Now with that, I hope you enjoy listening to Strenuous Life Radio, the Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of Strenuous Life Radio. There's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. And like my daddy always said, think strong, live the strenuous life. God bless you. Take care now here.